Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm so thrilled to welcome you back to another wild ride. So this game was recorded quite a while ago. I want to say last week. I played this against arlekj. He was featured in an earlier video, which was the efficiency of Shadow of the Dice. I'll link the video in the description as well, where he totally clobbered me as Shadow. So we're playing again here, and this time I'm playing Shadow. So we're gonna see how this goes. I can tell you it's a crazy game. That's why I'm sharing it. So thank you, arlekj, for allowing me to share this game. We're just gonna jump into it. So I'm playing Shadow. He's playing free. I draw into Shadow Lengthens and Nazgul Search. My first roll is this. He rolls a very good roll there. So I'm worried here. I'm thinking he's probably going to crown Aragorn turn one. So it is what it is. But then he plays Faramir's Rangers to start. So now I'm not really worried about that. So he gets his recruitment and he's able to draw a card. I decide to start by just moving people around. Then I think about it and I say, nope, I want to move Isengard to war. It was a fellowship here. Dangerous play by him against 3 eyes. I do hit and I draw an eye. Very happy to see this. So I'm thrilled right now. Eye is the best case scenario because if he loses Gan for that, it's really not efficient at all. So he says, I say choices, and Gandalf goes bye-bye. And Strider's the guide. So Gandalf didn't make it out of Rivendell today. Very short-lived quest for him. I decide to, I think for a while here, I do a lot of thinking. And I keep thinking. I say lots of thinking. So what I'm thinking here is I'm thinking, how do I want to utilize Shadow Lengthens? So one of the ideas I had is if I put these two in Dimmerald Dale, I can always warp him. I think I could also use Shadow Lengthens to go here and here. So I think for a while how I'm going to do this. I decide to move these guys up so that I can Shadow Lengthens these guys. I can go down here and then use Shadow Lengthens efficiently next turn. So I laugh. He says, interesting. I tell you, it makes sense to me. He flips to Fellowship with his Will of the West. And I move them down. And these guys here. He moves the Fellowship again. And I hit again. And I draw another eye. So he moves his Corruption up. I say, I see you. He says, all the eyes. It's a good news for me. I want those eyes, which is accurate. Then I think, what am I doing? I bring Saruman in. What's happening is he was trying to reveal the Fellowship, and I was too busy trying to go. So I bring Saruman in, and now he can bring Gandalf in any time if he rolls Will of the West. I draw into Dreadful Spells and Threats and Promises. I allocate 9 because I have to, and I roll this. And he rolls 1 movement and no Wills of the West. So I'm happy to see this. So I'm thinking maybe he has Mirror of Galadriel, but he flips the Fellowship instead. I decide to move Sauron to war. He passes, and now I'm trying to prepare Shadow Lengthens here and here, but also move these guys up. That's my thoughts. He passes, and now I play Shadow Lengthens. And this could be a risk military-wise, but the elves are nowhere near war, so I'm not really worried about him going military. He moves the Fellowship again here. And I miss, which I'm happy to see because I have Nazgul Search. So here we go. And I'm happy about playing this because I haven't played, or I've drawn eyes. So there's only 4 tiles that are going to do nothing for me with this. So I'm hoping to draw anything that's not a reveal. And a 3 or 2 would be awesome. So here we go. And he reveals, and I draw a 1. Not really wanted to see, but it is what it is. I say, damn. He says, couldn't draw an eye there. I say, I wanted a 3. I'm very, very sad right now. And then he uses the hybrid to get Dew ready, which makes sense as I'm going that way. Let's make sure I'm looking at my cards here. I'm probably going to start moving up towards the Dew line. I do. Move up. He flips the Fellowship again. And I just ready the Southern Sea Swing is this way, and then keep moving up. Go into turn 3. I draw into many kings, and the ring is mine. I'm sad about many kings because the best way to use it is you do 2, 2, and 2. And now at the south, this army movement is a waste potentially. So not happy about that there, but I love that card. Allocate Knight gets a have to, and I roll this, so I get a lot of musters here. And he gets some movement, so this is good for him because he's only got one eye in the pool. And I totally miss. I whiffed that roll. And I move the Southern Siege, and my plan is just to get everyone to war here, and then play the many kings in a second. Use the Fellowship again, and the reroll I hit on. And look how lucky that is. So I get a 1 reveal. I mean, it would be better if I drew an eye, but I'll take the 1 reveal because now he gets to draw another tile. So I say, yes, get out of there, LOL. Moves the Corruption up, and I draw into a 2, which is great news for me. I love seeing this Corruption. It's flying up. I move the Southerns and Easterlings down. And let's see what he does. Flips the Fellowship. So he has this Fellowship rushing against me. I play many kings. That was the plan. I do North Rune here and Umbar. He passes. Now I play the Ring is mine because he's probably going to get to Mordor this game. And what else am I going to... I don't want to draw any cards right now. I say for the win later. He passes. I think... Then I just do a double movement. He passes. I attack Old Forest Road. I can't get the Witch King this turn. It is what it is. I do no card. He's got 3 strategy cards. I think he could scouts, but he has no card. So I do get my hit. He gets none back. And his last action is to play Athelas. Let's see how he rolls. Horrible. 4, 2, and a 1. I say, ouch. At least he got 1. Last game I rolled a 1, 2, 1, I say. Because that happens. So, you know, you want to see better for that as Shadow. Or as free. I draw into War with Star when Toil and Shadows Gather. Fellowship, okay. So I could do Shadows Gather to go like 1, 2, 3. I could also go 1, 2, 3, which I think is probably more effective. We'll see what I do. And I roll this, a whole bunch of musters. So now I'm thinking I'm going to muster up in Gundabad. And then I'm going to Shadows Gather these elites over here. And I'm going to attack, I'll attack Dale. But I see there's no muster showing. He says Gandalf, and I totally forgot at this point that he has not rolled a Will of the West. So it's a big Gandalf. I imagine the Frodo yell. I say I forgot about him. And I forgot about him as I'm rewatching this too, but he's getting a lot of movement. He moves the Fellowship. I hit again. I draw 1. So he's taking Corruption left and right. I play War with Sorrow and Toil here, which I'm happy to do because he has full companions, hasn't taken a random yet. And plus he might slow down his Fellowship movement. I say, okay, your turn. Moves the Fellowship again. And this time I hit again. And it's a 0 reveal. So he goes here. I attack Dale. No card. He asks from, and I say Old Forest Road. And I get my hit, and he gets hit back. So I leave the 1 behind, because I want to do my Shadows Gather plan. I don't think he's going to muster in Carrick. He passes. Now I'm going to muster my elites. It's 1, 2 elites. And then I'm going to use this muster to bring the Witch King in, and this to do Shadows Gather. He plays Dane. Not happy to see that, but what can you do? Here we go, Shadows Gather. So I show it 1, a 2, a 3. I like to leave 1 behind here because otherwise it's very easy for him just to move up and take that. So that's an efficient way to take Carrick without having to put 1 guy in. So happy about that. He flips the Fellowship, and I bring the Witch King in. So my military is going very slow in this game. I'm on turn 5. I've taken nothing so far. I mean, I'm threatening places. But let's see why am I so slow? Let's check the stats. Remember to go back. Let's look at these results here. I think you can see them. You haven't rolled many attacks. Or army and characters. Hybrids, I'm up 1. So I've been using those to muster. That's why. All right, let me take this off and then change our screens back for you so you can see the right screen. Back to the game. All right, so I'm in turn 5 now. I draw into Balrog and Horde from the east. Happy to see that. He says Fellowship okay. And I finally roll some like attacks here, but I still am rolling a lot of musters. And there's his Will of the West. I say aw, it's a joke. He flips Gandalf. I decide I'm just going to muster regular elites. I used to do the voice, by the way. I changed recently due to Galahad B's advice to bring in more units here, as opposed to, because if you do the voice move and just convert, then you're not getting more forces. So I think this is actually better. He plays Thranduil, so this is like good for him. So he's stalling me perfectly. And I'm just bringing more guys into Orthanc. Then I changed my mind and actually bring him into here. Because then what I could do is I could use this army to move these guys here and this guy here before I take Lorien. That's what I do. He moves the Fellowship again, and this time I miss totally. So I know he's going to get rid of War of the Star Winter. Nothing I can do about it. I don't have a way to reveal him. I don't have Nazgul's Strike, and I don't plan to draw it. I attack Woodland Realms. Now I'm going military time. But I am stalling him from going to Mordor. He passes, and now I attack Lorien under siege. And he plays Celeborn. So he has great muster cards. So he's played Dane, he's played Thranduil, and he's played Celeborn in the 3 places I'm attacking. Or plan to attack. So now I go Woodland Realm first, because the Witch King is there. I decide to play Deadly Strife. He plays a Shield Wall. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, which is 3. He gets 2 back. So far the game, I don't know. I would say it's going Shadow's way, corruption-wise. But he's moved a lot. His military defense is very good, though. I press and draw, and I draw into half orcs. I decide I'm just going to no card. So I can get 2 6s easy. That's what I'm thinking. He plays Confusion. I don't hit myself, but I don't hit at all, so it's a 0. No hits back. I press again. No card, no card. No hits, no hits. He gets 1 back, and I press again. No card, and absolutely nothing. So this is kind of like a turning point here in luck, because that really slowed me down. I think I would take it, but I didn't. He says, use up all your 6s on the hunt. Yeah, it's accurate. I play half orcs and goblin men to reinforce there. Then I use my last action just to bring an elite, because I know that I'm going to need forces to take out Erebor. And who knows if I might need more reinforcements for these 2 pathetic guys. I draw into Isildur's Bane, happy to see, and Pits of Mordor, also happy to see. Good. Desperate Battles, great. So, and I can now I can play Devilry of Orthanc if I want here. And I can play Dreadful Spells if I wanted to as well. So going to turn 6, he decides to get rid of Warren of Sorrow and Toil and move down to Corruption. Okay, now because I'm required to, I roll 1 more, and he rolls lots of movement and this. So he starts by moving the Fellowship, and decides to pass. I attacked Woodland Realm, using Devilry of Orthanc, and he uses Confusion. I get ahead of myself, and I do not get it there. So I got 1. He gets 3 back. I take my 3, I press. And I'm worried now. I have to draw first. I do no card. I finally get my hit. So Woodland Realm is gone. But that took a lot of actions, a lot of resources. That was a huge army. So I make a comment. I say, F Woodland Realm. He laughs. I pass. And now I move the Witch King onto Lorien. And all the Nazgul to Lorien. He moves the Fellowship. I miss. He now I play Dreadful Spells, hoping to soften them before I attack. And I only got 1, but it's better than nothing. I'll take it. Moves the Fellowship again. I hit twice, hoping for a reveal. Do not get a reveal. I get a 3. I say wanted an eye. LOL. He says, last time I played Fellowship, I got hit by a 3R twice outside of Mordor. Tell him that's awful. So anyway, let's keep going. So he picks a random, and I draw Pippin. This is what I want to see, because that really maximizes the corruption. As free people player, you do not want to be losing a Hobbit to a 3. You want to be losing Legolas, Gimli, or Boromir to that. So huge corruption gain for me. He brings Pippin to Edoras. Attack Lorien. I'm going to play my Balrog card. He plays no quarter. My pre-roll, I get 2. He's to take that, so he does. And then my actual combat, I get 2 more. He gets 3 plus 1, so he gets 4 back. So we both take the same. As Shadow, I don't mind trading blow for blow. So I press and draw. I draw into this. I play no card. I'm hoping maybe it'll go better than Woodland Realm. And it does. So now I'm at 5 victory points. Again, my goal is always, as Shadow, is to be at 5 before they get into Mordor. But I'm feeling very behind, because if you look here, I have no other victory points going on. I could try to rush here, but I have no way to attack with what I have left. Put Mithril Coat out because I can't do anything to get rid of it. Then I decided to just bring more elites into Helm's Deep. So I'm just going to attack Rohan. Because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm thinking. He moves Gondor down. I decide to draw a strategy card. Because I don't know what else to do with this. He decides to move. I say you don't have to. He says it's a decision point, because it could be. And then I see it. And he says he's thinking of moving Edoras to Westamnet. And I realize that's the move I saw too. He says, but Hunt could be like 4 corruption too. Because he's doing the math here. It's a -4. Because he's got 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. He's at 6, so he's at -4 corruption. And he moves, and I totally bomb that. So I can't even Cruel Weather or do anything to stop him from going in. So it says few. So again, his hunt is going really his way here at this point. I wouldn't say that earlier, but it's definitely starting to pivot. And I decided to just bring another elite into North Rune, because I realized I need to get this force, and this is way too tiny to do that. So we move into Mordor. Turn 7. I draw it to Olagai and Ringrazor abroad. And let's see what the hunt pool looks like. I'll look in a minute. Alright, let's look at the hunt pool. See how it looks. A lot of eyes. And a lot of tiles that are just reveals here. So that's good news for me, but he's got Strider as the guide still. So, and I don't know if I have enough movement to take him. I can't take him out this turn for sure. He moves a Fellowship. Happy to see that, because I'm just going to crash into Helm's Deep. He draws the Ring is Mine and has to think about it for a while. He decides to play Mithril Coat, and he redraws into an eye, but he does move. So I put the red eye back in the pool. That's also an achievement, by the way. If I win this game, I'll get the achievement where you draw into an eye or a red tile when playing Mithril Coat. So I think, and then I decide I need to attack forwards. Now I put the wrong die out here, but I'll just change my die afterwards. It's fine. So he plays Scouts, but I play a Storm of Bats. And I do get 2 hits. Very lucky for me. And he gets 2 back. So I move everyone out, because at this point of the game, doesn't matter if I lose Saruman. I don't care, because Rohan is so weak that I can beat them with this army. He flips a Fellowship. He's going to keep moving the Fellowship. I think for a while, I play Isildur's Bane, hoping to stop him. And I draw the red eye. This is painful. So now all of a sudden, this game is like leaning Fellowship, because I'm removing tiles that will hurt. He also rolled minimal eyes this turn. He's got plenty of corruption to soak. I say GG, probably. He says he moves again and draws a 2 reveal. Randoms and gets Gimli. Perfect. So not feeling good here. Bring the mouth in. And then I bring him into down here, into Minas Morgul. And now I start moving my troops here and here. Because I do want to get Erebor. He passes again. I attack Helm's Deep because I need to get easy points. He passes. I flip the mouth. Attack Helm's Deep again with no card. And I get my 1 hit that I need. And he gets none back. So now I'm up to 7. So I'm going to get 8 and 10 up here is my plan. I know it's dangerous. He flips the Fellowship. I play Ringrazor abroad to move everyone. So I decide to move these 2 armies because I want to take out here. So I was thinking there, but that would be dumb because he's had way too many forces to take back. So that's what I'm thinking. So I go up there. He gives me a ring to move the Fellowship again and draws a 1 reveal. So again, great movement on that first turn. He decides to take the corruption. And I use a ring to attack Edoras before we can muster up next turn. I play a Desperate Battle because I want to kill them off. I got 1. I get 2. And he gets none back. I press, and I put 2 elites there. I think that's enough to hold them off. Because I want to create a wall. So it doesn't look good for Shadow all of a sudden. Again, it looked good for me at the beginning of the game as Shadow, but now I'm just worried that he's going to win easily. So at this point, I think about it. I just need to get Erebor. And I decide I draw into fighting Uruk-hai and breaking of the Fellowship. I decide to just allocate 4 eyes to the pool. Is his Fellowship okay? And I roll 2 more, so I get 6 eyes. And I have the 3 attacks I need. And he rolls this. You know what would be great here? A Day Without Dawn, but I don't have it. I laugh. He flips the Fellowship using the will. And now he knows I don't have it, so I attack Erebor. He moves the Fellowship, and now I'm hoping. I'm like, there's... Let's look at the pool. Look at the hunt pool. It's just got 3 eyes and 4 tiles that are good. So I need to draw an eye here to stay in the game. I do draw an eye. Super lucky. So that's 6R. And I just laugh loud. So he has to take 3. And now he's at the top of the Mount Doom. I say I wish I had a killing card. So what he could do here, he could kill Legolas using one of these to separate. I'm trying to think. Then hide, and then move again. But I might not get the points here, so he's probably going to wait to see what I do. But he really can't because he has more dice. I don't have a killing card, so I was hoping, because if I had Morgul Wound or anything, I could kill him here. So I attack Erebor. I'm going to play They Are Terrible. Oh, sorry, Dread and Despair, because it's too many troops. He plays Daylight, so we both limit our dice rolls. I forfeit 4. And I get 2. Very lucky by me. He gets none back. And I'm going to keep pressing. And I draw into Black Captain commands. So now I could always stop the attack and use this to do another attack here. All right, and I decide to play They Are Terrible now. So I forfeit 1 leadership. He hits on higher, so I get 1 and 2, 3. I get 4. Very lucky. And he gets 3 back. I press, and I play Onslaught because I'm not using fighting Uruk-hai, and I get my 2 hits. and he gets one back. So very lucky combat in Erebor considering how awful Woodland Realm was. So he flips a Fellowship. He passes. He plays Ents to kill Saruman, and he has Bilbo's Song. So now I see why I didn't separate, because now the 3s won't cost him the game. He can draw. He's got a 2 out of 6 chance, or 4 out of 6 chance of winning here. So it's my turn. I play. I draw a character card. I get Cruel Weather. He's got to move. So this is why this was a wild ride, because it came down to this moment, which is always exciting. So he moves. Drum roll. Drum roll. I say LOL. Come on, drum roll. And I draw the eye. So very lucky. Very lucky for me. I say, wow, that was so close. I say, no way. I had a small outburst over here. Kind of lost my voice. Damn close game. So, yeah, he drew a lot of eyes. So, I mean, if you watch this game from the beginning as I rewatched it, it seemed to go Shadow's way like the whole time in terms of the corruption track. But I never drew into Candlelit Corpses, Morgul Wound, any of those cards that just outright hurt. Foul Thing from the Deep I didn't pull. I think I drew Isildur's Bane, but I drew a Red Eye. So this was a pivoting and riveting game. But I wouldn't call it that. So that was a really exciting game I just wanted to share with you. Let's look at the statistics so you can see how the statistics played out. So I was fortunate here. I was plus on 6s and 5s. He was minus on 5s and 6s. He ended up being +4 on Wills of the West, probably from that last turn where he rolled all Wills. So he had a lot of movement. But this was a really, really fun game that I wanted to share with all of you. So I want to thank arlekj for your sportsmanship, for letting me share this game, and hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It was super fun. And thank you for watching. Here's the content coming up. On Thursday, I'm going to release my next tournament video against Tigray, my game 2. So you can watch it in the short play version. I know some of you have already seen the tournament, so it might not be too exciting. And that's what's going on the channel. I do a lot of Fury of Dracula recently. Check the live channel to see those. I did get to commentate on the championship match. It was an exhibition game, but it was between Pizza Wizard and Scott Sword. Those were super exciting games. So I encourage you to watch those if you're into Fury of Dracula. For the War of the Ring people, which is why you're here, don't forget to message me on Discord if you want to play a game at some point. I'd love to feature you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. All right, everyone. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.